she joined, as many of you did, I know, who joined on the very first day. So, I'm going to introduce this lady to you. Anyone who knows her knows how wonderful she is, knows that she has got an amazing story. She is loved by her team. But she's also loved by so many other people, cross-networking teams. She really is kind of, I don't know, like almost like a mother to many presenters, and everyone who watches her or has seen her present on stage knows how brilliant she is on the stage, right? She's so humorous, right? She had me on the edge of my seat at Empower You. I was a bit worried, I'll be honest, about what she was going to say. Can't say I'm any less worried right now, but I love that about her. So, without further ado, please welcome onto the stage, Gizzy Hervey!
Wow, girls, what an honour to be here. Like, that is just crazy. I love you too. You are such an inspiration to me, ladies, and that is why it's such an honour for me to be able to speak to you girls today. Someone actually asked me on my Facebook if I was going to sing to you guys. Now, if I do, then you're going to want to evacuate. So if I start singing, it's so you need to get out quickly, okay? So that is not going to happen today. I actually want to talk to you about Younique, of course, and about how today feels like a Disney moment. That moment when you are living the dream. And in fact, many parts of being with Younique have felt like a dream. So there's that magical moment. Where's our green status and orange status presenters? That magical moment where you get your charm bracelet and you get that invite to Unified. Then, of course, there was speaking at Empower You. That was quite something. Yeah. There was the cruise, so 2 cruises now. These are just such magical moments, and Black Status Retreat. It feels like, my life feels like a Disney film. And in fact, some people sometimes ask me, well, what does your daily life look like? So just to give you a little insight into my Disney daily life, I am woken up by birds tweeting outside my window. 2 of them fly in and peel back my duvet. No, I'm woken up with a pug in my face, licking me to death. That's often my wake-up call. We then, of course, have my Prince Charming, my husband Dan, who serves me breakfast in bed every single day. No. I'm very lucky if I've got a tea bag and a cup when I get downstairs. That's the extent of my Disney daily life. However, there are 2 magical things that happen every single day. The first thing is that I get up and I get to choose my day. I get to decide exactly what I'm going to do that day, exactly what my day is going to look like. And that is so magical to me. But the biggest thing is that I get to help other women live their dreams and achieve their goals. And that is the truly magical thing that happens every single day. However, life has not always been like a Disney movie, and my journey with Younique has been so poignant for me because of some more difficult times in my life. So I just want to share a few things with you. Something which, one of the things I'm going to share straight away, which I've never shared before. So I am an only child, and I was very badly bullied at school. And at 13 years old, I suddenly thought I had found my tribe. I had 8 friends. My mum let me have a sleepover with all 8 of them. I think she felt sorry for me. And so there I am with these 8 friends, and I feel like life has begun. I loved it. And then life was going to get better. All of a sudden, they all produced a present. And I was like, oh my God, for me? And so there I am opening these presents. So the first one I open, I've got these little soaps in little pig shapes. Oh, it's cute. Yeah, I can do with this. I'm 13. Then I've got socks with little piggies on. And at this point, I started to feel amused. You see, I love elephants. I think they're the most beautiful creatures in the world. And my next present was a mug with pigs on. So I thought, oh, my new friends, they've got it wrong. They don't realise that it's elephants that I love. They've got mistaken. However, the super painful truth of this story, and it's something that I've only recently been able to actually say out loud, is that they had all spoken about me behind my back and decided that I looked like a pig, and they thought it would be funny to all buy me pig presents, so all 8 presents were pigs, so that they could laugh about me and humiliate me on my birthday. So there I am, opening these presents, and I have so much love and gratitude in my heart because I so desperately wanted friends, and it was just actually a super cruel moment. And that is one of many, many moments in my life of really, really bad bullying. So much so that it has left me with my confidence in tatters for many, many years, and believing such awful things about myself that people have said to me. I'm going to talk about you guys in a minute. So, and those of you that saw my recent story will know that my life was not going to carry on a very good path. At 18 years old, after a night out with friends, I was kidnapped and sexually assaulted by a taxi driver on the way home. That became one of the most difficult parts of my life. It was, I actually suffered with post-traumatic stress disorder, and I had a nervous breakdown at just 19 years old. I was very depressed, I was self-harming, suicidal. It was a very, very difficult time. I was lucky enough to meet Dan, my husband, and he helped me try and rebuild my life. And as we tried to rebuild our lives, it wasn't to be as easy as we thought it would. So we then got diagnosed with fertility problems, and we have struggled with fertility for 9 years. However, in 2011, we did fall pregnant. Thank you. But it is with such sadness that I share with you that we actually lost our baby. So let me fast forward, October 2014, the day Younique started in the UK. To everyone else, I probably seemed okay. But to me, I felt so guilty about those fertility problems. I felt so sad about that miscarriage. I still felt so ashamed about the assault that I'd been through, and I felt terribly broken from years and years of bullying. So they say that Younique comes into your life at just the right moment, and I do believe that that is true. How many of you joined because of the makeup? And where did it start with the mascara, where you thought, I have to join because of this? I can see I have one hand. Me too, sister. So for me, I saw this mascara and thought, oh, I've got to be a part of this. And it was like a magnet. And then as I became part of the company, my journey with Younique started, and I started to learn about the mission. A company that uplifts, empowers and validates women. A company that supports survivors of childhood sexual abuse. Things that were so close to my heart. And of course, a company that was built on a sisterhood. So, I started this journey, an only child. I have always wanted a sister. I now have 500,000 likes. I'm just glad I don't have to buy you all a birthday card. That is all I can say. Girls, you have truly helped me beyond all you will ever know. I feel so loved. I feel so supported. I have built so many deep friendships. If any of you have ever spoken to me on Messenger and sent me some of the kindest words I've ever read, when I tell you how much it means to me, because of what I've been through in my past, it truly, truly does. I cannot tell you I cannot tell you in words what it means to me. You have truly validated me, and I am no longer that lonely 13-year-old girl because of you girls. So thank you so much. We then have that mission. So Derek once said something along the lines of, it doesn't matter how many times I try and remember this, I can't remember it word for word, something along the lines of that he cannot change all of it, but that he can do something. And suddenly I had a purpose and a vision. And rather than focusing on my pain and things that I had been through, it led me to understand the suffering that others had been through. And through our mission, it truly uplifted me out of that depression and gave me a purpose to help others. And then there is the new empowered me, both financially and emotionally. So Younique has actually relit a fire and a hope in mine and my husband's life. Me and my husband have been rejected for IVF treatment on the NHS, and we are not allowed to receive that. However, through Younique and our change in our financial circumstances, we are able to look at and hopefully pursue private fertility options. We can have that family that we've always wanted. But in the meantime, girls, there is my little baby. I have my little fur baby. This is Peggy. Those of you that follow me may see her every now and again. I'm a little bit obsessed with her, and she is a real, true princess. She is adorable. But it's not just all this life-changing stuff, is it? Oh my God, can we talk about the products for a minute? So, when you join Younique, you get all of that amazing stuff, and then you get paid for taking selfies. And then you get, our job is to watch makeup tutorials, put makeup on, buy makeup, you know, it's just a childhood dream, isn't it? The last time I went to MAC, which was back in 2014, when I walked in and bought products, they did not give me any commission. They did not give me any MAC cash. And they totally forgot to give me MAC half off. But not only that, girls, positive, they did not make me look this hot either. Then there is the recognition. So the company cruise. So if I have been swaying at all, I promise you I was not at the bar for a bit of Dr. Courage, however tempting that was. 4 days ago I landed back in the UK after attending the company cruise trip. It was incredible. I was ever so lucky to be able to go to an orphanage in Cozumel as one of the excursions and to see and help with a give back to the community tour. Ladies, please, I want to share a cocktail with you on that cruise. You have to be there. And it is not just my life that's changing. I have to talk to you I picked the most glamorous picture I could find. I would like you to meet Annie. She is one of my closest friends, and she joined Younique to help me out, you know. And she was my first sponsor. She didn't wear any makeup, never had. She had never been outside of Europe, and she was living a life of robbing Peter and paying Paul. There was way too much month at the end of her payday. I'm sure some of you can relate to some of those things. Annie is now, she's found this love of makeup that she didn't know she had. She was actually the star, and I will call her a star, of the viral foundation tattoo video. She has been to America 3 times in the last 15 months. Woo! And she has just purchased her dream car of a Mercedes only this month. And then there is my elite Emma. Me and Emma could not be further apart from where we are. I'm a city girl. Emma lives on a farm. So much so that I say she lives at the end of the world. We've got any Welsh girls in today. Okay, so she lives in Gower in Swansea, which to me is the end of the earth. That's what it felt like when I was driving there. And I started to get cold sweats because I hadn't seen Asda for about 10 minutes. Or a nail bar, and that was it. I was like, arrived shaking at her house, going, where'd you get your nails done like here? But it gets worse. So I don't know about you, but in my hometown, we have roundabouts, speed bumps, traffic lights. Oh no, in Swansea, you drive round sheep. And they take the mickey out of me because I actually said to them, are they real? I've never seen a sheep in the road before. So Emma lives this very rural life, and actually Emma suffers with anxiety. And Emma found it really, really difficult to go outside of her house. She had a super fear of flying, but I am so proud to share with you that not only has she been outside of her house, she's been outside of her town. She actually flew on her own to Scotland. And then there are you mums in the room. I got to talk about all of you. Fed up of missing your children's milestones, wanting something better for your family life. I have so much admiration for everything that you do. And because of this, because of Younique, because of what it does, I will be forever obsessively grateful. It has truly changed my life. And And because of this, sometimes people say to me, how'd you do it? How'd you build a team? How'd you get those sponsors? Because I have to share the love. This is what I'm doing on this stage today. People say I look very confident up here. I don't know how I win that. Because it terrifies me. And it goes right back to that bullying. It goes right back to being judged, all eyes on me. But I have to be here today. Because I truly believe that if you want extra money with Younique, or if you want something that's flexible, or if you need to rebuild your whole life like I had to, then Younique is absolutely perfect for you. I actually see this business like a game of snakes and ladders. You need to take it one square at a time. And along your journey with Younique, you will hit ladders. Those are those amazing times, those rock star sponsors, those super high parties, those times that you get through the colour statuses and get a promotion. However, on true snakes and ladders, you obviously hit snakes. Snakes along the way are things like, and let me know if you can relate to this, unsupportive friends and family. Yeah. A crisis of confidence in here. Or that evil thing, comparison. Yeah. So let me just tell you a little story about comparison. On the day I started, I had what is gone down in history in my household as a white status wobble. So I joined, took my husband to work, burst into tears. He's like, what's the matter with you? I'm like, I can't do this, Dad. I'm just no good at it. I'm a failure. This is not working. And it was all because I was looking at another super successful person who was building a massive, massive team. And I was not doing that. And I looked at her and I made this comparison. Luckily, my husband turned around to me and went, Kizzy, it has been 1 hour. So there's a little insight into how patient I am. At 1 hour, I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. But luckily, I don't know what that's up there for. That's not my slide. Luckily for me, when he said that to me, I realised that Snakes and Ladders board, none of you are on it. That's just me. We all have our own board. There is no race. I can still get to the top of that board. I just have to take it one step at a time. And so that was a really important moment for me, that you have your own Snakes and Ladders board, and as long as you keep going one step at a time, you will get there. And that brings me to the most important person in this room, which is you. I just want to spend one moment talking to those mind monkeys in your head. The ones that say, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I could never be on that stage. I am here to tell you that you absolutely can. I am here to share a technique with you. So, Pinocchio, you can tell I love Disney, right? Every time you hear that voice in your head, I can't do impressions. You need to hear Pinocchio's voice. When you say to yourself, oh, I can't sponsor, hear it in Pinocchio's voice. See Pinocchio's nose growing. Because do you know what Pinocchio is? He is a fibber. And that voice in your head is not telling you the truth, girls, okay? You are absolutely enough. And in fact, I think Walt Disney said it perfectly. It is kind of fun to do the impossible. And just like Mary Poppins, girls, you are practically perfect in every single way.
At Nadine's event, and it blew me away. I mean, I watched it and I was moved, really moved. And when I was thinking, who can I get to come out on stage and share their story with you and what Younique has done for them, it was a clear choice. So she has a real story. And she's 100% proof that you can have anything if you just believe. Okay?